From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Well, we're finally wrapping the weekend up. And for some of us, it was quite active with the snow, others not seeing as much snow. Well, we saw a few thunderstorms for parts of the valley. We didn't see a ton of rain in the valley. It was one of those situations where some of you were impacted heavily. We even saw some power outages, whereas others were just saying, what's going on? This is not quite the storm that was expected. So it looks like things with this storm system, for the most part, are beginning to wrap themselves up this evening and tonight. But we do have another round of rain and snow and wind coming into Monday and Tuesday. But finally getting a break by the middle of the week with not only drier but warmer conditions by the end of the week, but then a chance for some more wet weather by this upcoming weekend, by next weekend, right? So let's take a look at Futurecast for the rest of the day and for the rest of the night tonight and into tomorrow. You see how it's really wrapping it up. Most of the snow is to the north. Now still around 1,000 feet, maybe slightly higher. Chance for more thunderstorms still along the coast, but it's dry for the most part for the valley. And then as we take you into Monday afternoon, here's the noon hour. There's the snow off to the north and west. We're seeing the showers on the coast, but look at the valley. We're just still not seeing much for your Monday. And then we go to Monday afternoon. Yeah, I think Redding could see a chance for showers, maybe around Chico, but really overall, the valley looks like for the most part is getting shadowed by this rain. So you can see, of course, the rain that we do have off to the west, pretty good rain for the coast, by the way, and some decent snow in the higher elevations, a little bit higher than it was over the weekend, right? 1,500 to about 2,500 feet. All right, so let's take a look at what we can expect here as we go into tonight. We could get right around that freezing point, maybe some patchy frost for some of us out there, but it's going to be quite cold, even for the valley. Now you say, oh, they're going to be looking at snow. No, because we're not going to be looking at any of that rain or snow going into the early morning hours. But look at that, teens and 20s for the higher elevations, low to mid 20s for Trinity County, and in the mid 30s, mid to upper 30s here along the coast. It's going to be a chilly night. The colder air is still in place. But the warmer air should start to kind of move in, especially as we go into the middle and latter part of next week. There's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Those temperatures are going to be in the low, maybe some mid 40s out there here for your Monday. Of course, we look at the North Coast forecast to the south. There you can see temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s for your daytime highs. And we take you up to the north. Upper 40s, low 50s. Off and on showers through Wednesday. Wednesday, this is the transition day between the wet and drier pattern, and then warmer and drier by Thursday and Friday. Taking a look at your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast with your temperatures mainly in the 40s, although places like Tennant, McLeod, Dunsmuir in the low to mid 30s. All right, now we take you off to Modoc County, your neighborhood forecast there. Temperatures mainly in the mid 30s, give or take. And there's the drier weather by Thursday and Friday, and maybe a chance for some snow by Saturday and Sunday. Here's your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. And we got those temperatures in the upper 30s, maybe some low 40s, still a bit on the chilly side. And of course, looking at the chance for more snow flurries throughout the day on Monday, especially for the second half of the day. Now for the valley, as I mentioned, not a lot of rain, but we do have a chance for some showers in there, not to mention Tuesday. And then of course by Wednesday, again, we're in that transition between the wet and drier pattern. We dry things out by Thursday and Friday. Looking at your Monday forecast, your valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms, with those temperatures mainly in the upper 40s. 42 degrees for Whiskeytown, and there you can see Red Bluff about 50 degrees. So there's your 7-day outlook for Redding. Of course, those temperatures upper 40s tomorrow, and then low to mid to even upper 50s with that slight chance Wednesday. Warmer too by Thursday, Friday, but then we've got more showers going into Saturday and Sunday. All right, so that's your quick out the door forecast. Let's show you our more deep dive forecast, kind of get the science behind the forecast and give you some better perspective of what's happening. So here's the overall setup. We've got this trough low pressure right here. Now notice this colder air, which was over us even deeper to the south over the weekend, what's happening is it's beginning to shift a little bit more to the north. So temperature is not quite as cold, but the colder air is still in place. So what's going to happen is this area of low pressure is going to die to the south. It will weaken. I've talked about this before. When you have a closed-off low, so there's an area of low pressure there. When you open up that circle, that area of low pressure, That's a sign that the area of low pressure is getting weaker. But we still have the trough in place. We have this disturbance right here. So as this, what we call an inside slider, you see this little bit of a kind of trough right here. What that is a bit of an inside slider. It's a disturbance. It is a weak area of low pressure. As it moves to the south and east, or north and east of us, we see those winds begin to pick up. So not only are we talking about the rain and snow, but also some gusty winds at times as it does kind of push itself to the south and east. That'll continue into Tuesday, although by Tuesday evening, the wind should subside a little bit. Now you'll notice this area of low pressure right here, this will have an impact on our weather, but probably in the form of some of those showers here, but nothing terribly heavy. Most of the activity looks to be down to the south here. And then, of course, as we go into Wednesday, we're in that transition, and then high pressure starts to settle in for Thursday, Friday. And look at the warmer air to the south. Now, it's going to move, it's not going to move over us. It'll move more over Southern California, but that's going to really help to bring in some warmer air, and temperatures increase as a result for your Thursday and Friday. This right here is what's coming in for this next weekend. But when we look at the overall temperature outlook for March 9th through the 13th, kind of the long range, the Climate Prediction Center is still kind of putting us in that more of that below normal category. So temperatures still on the cool side. Taking a look at Futurecast hour by hour, of course, we take you into tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Snow level is still around 1,000 feet, but look at how insignificant it is. We're just not seeing much. Maybe some flurries off to the north and west, maybe even still some isolated showers and thunderstorms along the coast for tomorrow morning. You see it kind of picks up in intensity for the coast in around the noon hour, maybe some more thunderstorms there. There's the snow around 1,500, 2,500 feet. So I think it'll be more of a mix for places like Weaverville and Hayfork at this point. But still maybe some of that rain snow mix in there. But look at the valley. It's still dry at noon tomorrow, and not to mention off to the east. All right, let's take you off to about 5 p.m. on Monday. And what you can see here is we're beginning to see that rain begin to pick up a little bit for the valley. But most of it's to the north and most of it's to the east side. See, the thing is, it looks like we're being shadowed, so we're not going to see as much rainfall in the valley, I'm sure, as many of you would like to see. But we do have some more snow off to the east. Heavier snow, by the way. Look at northern Trinity County. That'll affect Highway 3 on Scott Mountain Pass there, western Siskiyou County. But there you can see we're seeing the higher snow levels. See, 1,500, 2,500 feet. Look at Highway 96. You're just all along Highway 96 for the most part looking at it in the form of rain. Look at Highway 299, mainly in the form of rain. But as you head northward onto I-5 into Mount Shasta, yeah, maybe some snow there. And we could be looking at some more chain requirements as we go through the day on Monday for I-5. And then there's the heavier rainfall out along the coast. All right, now I'm going to take you into Monday night and into Tuesday morning. Snow in the mountains. We're really, again, seeing that shadowed. So those winds, they're going up the mountains. And then, of course, we see the snow as a result. But kind of on the west side of those mountains, we're seeing those showers. But nothing terribly heavy. You know, not much in the way of that rain Tuesday morning for the valley, but rain, maybe some thunderstorms for the coast, snow in the mountains. And then as we go into your Tuesday around noon, heavy rainfall for the coast. But again, we're seeing some showers for the valley, but it just doesn't look like a lot of rain. And of course, it looks like some snow, but we're not really seeing a lot of snow off towards Alturas or even Susanville. Now I'm going to take you into Tuesday, 5 p.m. We're still seeing snow in the mountains, but I'm increasing those snow levels even higher, around 2,500 to 3,500 feet. So mainly all in the form of rain for Weaverville, Hayfork at this point. And of course, for Highway 299 in the form of rain. But Mount Shasta City, kind of maybe a bit of a mix for your Tuesday. But look at the valley again. Not much rain, but heavier to the north and a little bit heavier down to the south and to the east in the valley. So forecast rainfall totals, with that in mind about the not seeing a ton of rain, it's mainly to the north. Redding, looking at a little over 3/4 of an inch of rainfall, maybe about a half an inch in Chico, but kind of in the center part of the valley, Red Bluff, Corning, and even Willows, for example, you'll probably see about 1/10, maybe 2/10 of an inch of rain at that. But heavier rainfall along the coast, 2 to even 3 inches of rain there. And then you can see just how insignificant any precipitation we do see will be off to the north and to the east. And snow, now let me take you through Monday. So we're going to see a little bit more snow this evening, tonight for places like Weaverville, Hayfork. But anything beyond that will mainly be in the form of rain. So as we progress over time, you see how those numbers aren't going up? That's because it's going to be mainly in the form of a mix or some rain. But we could be looking at a bit more snow out towards Mount Shasta City and even off to the east. But again, the heavy, heavy snow for most of us is pretty much behind us at this point. The storm impacts for tomorrow, you can see a lot of the oranges and reds indicating moderate to major. Look what happens as we go on into your Tuesday. We're seeing it kind of break apart, but still, especially over some of those higher elevations, you are going to be looking at a bigger impact. But you see on I-5, mainly on the minor impact side, not much impact on Highway 299. It's to the east, though, some of those higher mountain passes, there will probably still be a lot of chain requirements even on your Tuesday. Now, remember I was talking about that disturbance, that slider to the north and east that's going to give us some gusty winds at times. So we take you into Monday, winds really picking up for the coast. They're picking up a little bit here for the rest of us, but not that bad at this point. And then they do start to kind of pick up here for Tuesday afternoon. And then even into Tuesday evening, still a little gusty in some spots here, but by Tuesday night, Wednesday, the wind should start to die down. Now, let's take a look at Futurecast. And you can see, of course, as we go into your Wednesday, we're going to see that storm system to the south. It's not going to have a huge impact on us, but still a few showers, a few snow flurries in the mountains Wednesday. It's that transition, right? You see how it's just quite insignificant. And then by Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday, there's that ridge of high pressure building in. We've got dry conditions, but then this system right here, that's what's coming in on Saturday. More activity behind that. That could bring us more rain by Sunday. And, you know, the Climate Prediction Center is still showing us, look at that, the darker shades of green indicating really good chances of continuing to see that above normal rainfall for most of Northern California. All right, we take a look at our wave heights, and there you can see, of course, they are starting to drop as we go through the day on Monday. And how about Tuesday? Yeah, they may even drop a little bit more. But there still is that small craft advisory for tonight and into tomorrow morning. That's why I've included that. But by tomorrow morning in the update, I'll probably have that more in the way of no advisories there. But there you can see the wind still pretty strong out of the southeast at about 15 to 25 knots here. So here's your 7-day outlook for Redding. There, of course, you can see, of course, the valley, right? You've got the showers for Monday, but as I mentioned, it's not going to be a lot. And that's also the case for most of us on Tuesday. Heavier for places like Redding and even Chico, but Red Bluff, you won't see as much. Now, I've still got the chance for showers in there on Wednesday, and then by Thursday, Friday, it starts to dry out and warm up as well, and then more showers by the time you get into the weekend. Taking a look at your 7-day outlook for the coast now. The rain off and on Monday, Tuesday. That's also the case inland. Look at the snow levels, 22,000 feet. That is for inland and Weaverville. Then up to 3,000 feet. There's that chance, that transition on Wednesday, drier, warmer by the end of the week. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for Mount Shasta, El Turris, and Susanville. There's that chance on Wednesday, drying out Thursday, Friday, and then snow levels over the weekend, next weekend, will be around 3,000 feet.